Philippe on the line in Notting Hill. Hi, Philippe.
Oh, hello.
Morning. So you're talking about black girls and their attitude to white girls.
I am, yeah. I mean, I find that black girls are very bitter. In the ones I know, and I know quite a few.
What about the calls we've had today? Have you felt that our black female callers have been bitter?
Yeah, a little bit bitter, but I think because they know that maybe you're a white presenter, and obviously because of your relationship and stuff like that, I think they're toning down what they're saying quite a little bit. And I think also the black girls that listen to your show, and I think most people that listen to your show, they're a little bit more professional and have more intelligence than, you know, the ones that listen to like Nick Ferrari and offer their comments.
I should damn well hope so too, Philippe. 100%.
Well, I hope so, yeah, because he sends me mad. But also, I wanted to say that it's a very good show, and it's my first time calling in.
Thank you, and welcome.
You know, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks a lot.
But yeah, also I think as well, me personally, I don't particularly find black girls attractive. I find I know a lot of my friends don't particularly find them that attractive either. You know, you do have the Beyoncés and the Halle Berrys, as you were talking about before. But they're quite few and far between. I think just on average, I think the average-looking white woman is more attractive than the average-looking black woman.
God, I find that so difficult to believe, though. Because there's some shocking-looking white women. If you just walk around, I mean, some absolute shockers, you know, and you know, and some shocking-looking black women, obviously, and then presumably at the top of the tree are the beautiful ones of both colours. I would have thought.
Yeah, but I think if you were to ask most men, well, I don't know, most honest men, I think they would tell you that I think most white women. Are more, on average, are more attractive than black women, and I think, I don't know if they're embarrassed to say so, but I certainly don't have any problems in saying so.
Right.
I mean, some of them, they have their hair. That guy from Kensal Green, was saying, you know, the weave, and yeah, that's true. The hair stuck to their head, and you know, they wear clothes and jeans which are far too small, and their hips, and it's just pushing out, and it's not nice. And then when they're kissing their teeth, and this whole attitude. It stinks, and it's not attractive at all. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why when they go to a club, no one cares about them. It's because, you know, maybe they need to upgrade their lifestyle and the way they act. I think that's one of the main problems.
Just checking, you feel comfortable using this sort of blanket term, they?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
because I'm trying to think of anything I've been to. I mean, yesterday, just for example, as I said, I was at this thing where, in my opinion, Jamelia was the best-looking woman in the room by a million miles. But there were also another award was presented by those two girls from EastEnders, which I don't watch, but two beautiful black girls, one very, very tall, one less tall.
One that looks like a horse. Which one?
No, she didn't look like a horse at all.
There's one with a large head.
Did she have a large head? Not particularly. I didn't know who either of them were. One was very tall and one was small. Well, they were both kind of. Don't know.
Well,
Forgive me, don't watch it.
In EastEnders.
One was very tall, one was smaller. They both looked extremely sort of willowy and pretty, very, very slim, both of them.
The tall one is the one with the big head. I know maybe because you're BBC, you don't really want to offer your opinion.
She didn't have a big head. I don't think she had a big head. She was. I thought, who's that very pretty girl? And that's who she was. Something from EastEnders.
I've seen her in the flesh, and she has got a big head.
And I'm also I'm just thinking of random things I've been to. And if I recall, as for example, sort of Lovers Rock concert I went to, I don't know, last year or whatever, and there was some, as you quite rightly say, big black women with weaves stuck on the back and great big bums and, you know, size 22 jeans, skin tight. Yes, there definitely were. But there were also, you know, I'd say probably half or more, you know, tall and slim and beautiful, shining skin and you know, and lots with natural hair and some with very willowy figures. Just like if you went to something with white women, there'd be fat ones, short ones and big, tall, skinny ones and just like anyone else. I
know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying. I am telling the truth. I'm not just saying it to be nice.
But that opinion is one that is held by a lot. When I do speak to a lot of my white friends, and you know, white girls that I do know, and they're like, oh, but you know, that girl's attractive, and the people that they're considering to be attractive aren't attractive. If they maybe get a few points for not being obese, another point for, you know, maybe having all their limbs intact. That's about it.
Well, it's just because you don't fancy black women, full stop, do you? And that's it.
Not full stop. Like, you know, as I said, I find Beyonce attractive. I find Halle Berry very attractive and stuff like that. But these people in the minority, this isn't the majority. If you go and scoop up.
Yeah, but it's not the majority of white women. God, most white women don't look like, you know, Liz Hurley or blinking Sharon Stone. I wish we damn well did, but we don't.
I think most of them at least look average. I think most of them at least are an average, but I find most black women are repulsive.
I find that nice extreme. What you're saying is so extreme.
No, but it's just the truth. I'm prepared to ring up.
Repulsive is a terrible thing to say.
and the next 20 callers say, "Oh,
And do you have a mum or sisters or cousins or nieces?
Yeah,
or...
my mum's very pretty. Yeah.
Well, she's not repulsive.
No, she's not repulsive. My mum's very pretty, but some of the other women in my family, you know, they're obese and.
Blimey, I hope they're not listening.
Well, I'm not really bothered, to be honest. And also, the other guy that rang before, the Rastafarian, yeah, his views do borderline on racist, and I think I don't find it acceptable because, you know.
What about your views, though? Yours are as extreme in the opposite direction as his are in his. And yours probably more offensive than his because you've been you've been so outspoken in your absolute loathing.
I know, but he's talking about, you know, people almost as if, you know, you sold out your entire heritage by wanting to be with a white woman. What's he saying?
Well, you know what he's saying.
I know what he's saying, but I don't agree with it at all. And I find most Rastafarians talk like that and really don't know what they're saying at all.
God, Philippe, I'm sure. I mean, I can see by the telephone lines that you have offended an enormous swathe of the population, and I'm not surprised.
That's good.
You know, if somebody said all white women are repulsive, imagine the calls, and you've said that about.
Well, the thing is, the calls will come in. However.
Tell me the truth. Are you being deliberately provocative, or do you mean it?
No. I'm not doing a Nick Ferrari. No, I'm just being absolutely honest. I personally, you know, I don't find them attractive in general. My friends don't find them attractive in general, and I think, you know, a lot of black men don't find them attractive in general.
Absolutely extraordinary. Thank you for the call. I mean, I asked the question. I didn't think, and that's the truth, I was going to get a call like that. If you're offended, I can only apologise, but obviously this is a platform for London. Philippe saying what he really thinks, but I through no planning at all. The next call on the screen is